In the previous video clip, I enabled internal BGP or iBGP between R1 and R2. That means both are in the same autonomous system. But what is autonomous system in BGP? It is defined as the network that has the same routing policy. So usually it belongs to one company. So let's just say this is my AS500 and I am connected to the internet. And Internet 1 router is now going to be connecting BGP with R1. That is going to form external BGP connections. So let's just go ahead and do that. So my neighbor on R1 is going to be 10.1.10.254. Let's go ahead and do that. So enter router BGP 500 and do show run section router BGP. Currently I have enabled iBGP over loopbacks with R2. Now I'm going to say neighbor. So let me see if this is the interface that I'm going to be using to form the peering, and neighbor 10.1.10.254, and that peer is in a remote AS number 100. So this is the command that is going to be now trying to establish connection over BGP with the other ends. Let's just jump on the other one, Internet 1 now, and router BGP 100. Our neighbor is 10.1.10.1. Remote AS is 500. So the peering is up now. BGP change, it's up. If I do show IP BGP summary on Internet 1, state shows nothing, which is a good indication that we have the session established. Show BGP or IP BGP neighbor, and right here we see the difference. So BGP state is established, and it is an external link. That means the peer for the router 1 belongs to a different autonomous system number. We are 100, the peer is in 500. Now, how do we advertise networks? Because as of right now, if I go to R1 and do show IP BGP, if I display maybe first summary, I have two peers. None of them sent any prefixes. None of them advertise any networks as of yet. So do show IP BGP. There's nothing to show. Let's advertise the first network on Internet 1 router. So I'm going to jump here and let's display I have loopbacks I'm going to advertise here. So show, let's say interface, include all those that have internet address and are up. So these are the interfaces, the loopback interfaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to advertise every network that is 110 something. Now, these first number in the IP address indicates which class it belongs to. So anything between 0 and 126 in practice is class A, which has default mask 8 bits, 255.0.0.0. 127 is reserved for loopback. 128 on the first byte up to 191 is class B, which has default mask 16 bits for network, which is 255.255.0.0. Finally, 192 up to 223 is class C. Now, this protocol comes from the old time where that actually mattered. So let's just try to advertise all those prefixes into BGP, which begin with 100.10. And unlike the interior gateway protocols such as OSPF or eIGRP or IS2IS, BGP advertises networks differently. The network statement does not say which interface the protocol should be running and as a result advertising that particular prefix to the neighbor, but it specifies exactly which network networks have to be advertised. So it doesn't tell which interfaces it's going to be running over, because it's not. It is running over TCP protocol, so its behavior here is completely different. Second thing is, when I want to advertise networks, I cannot just say 110.0.0. What follows is actually a mask. Because let's just say I wanted to advertise all those 4 prefixes here. If I go for this 110.0.0 mask 255.255.0.0, enter, to show iBGP locally here, nothing shows and nothing is going to be advertised. Now, why is that? Because BGP expects to see or to receive a network statement which has the exact mask found on the interface. There is a way to do this summarization to the class boundary, but that's not what I want. I want to advertise all those individual networks. So this is not going to work. In iBGP protocol, if this was obviously no mask and wildcard mask, it would work, because it would be running over any interface with 100.10, and as a result it would just read what the mask is on the interface, and that's what would be advertised, but not here. Let me remove that command. I need to unfortunately advertise them one by one as they are. So since this is class A and mask here is class C, I need to specify that mask. So this is a 110.0, 24 bits, mask is /24. If I do this, and next one is 1, next one is 2, and 3. So now, locally, do show iBGP. It shows me that I am advertising that segment of subnets, all 4 of them, because they show up in the local BGP table, so they will be advertised, obviously, into BGP. So let's go to R1 now and display the BGP table. First, show iBGP summary. And now we see that our neighbor that is in Autonomous System 100 with this address is advertising 4 prefixes. If we want to see them, show iBGP, enter, they will be showing here, and obviously I'm going to be talking about all those metrics. These are called attributes, the metric, the next hop, local preference, weight, soon enough. But for now, what I want to see is the asterisk with a greater than sign. So that means that it's a valid prefix, and it is now, there's a best path towards it. So if I try to ping any of those from this here local router 1 towards those networks, we share the common subnet here, so we know how to reach the next hop. The next hop is obviously 10.1.10.254. We can ping that because that's directly connected, and as a result of that we can access those networks over here, that is loopback, directly connected to R1, to Internet 1. So 110.0.1 and 1 and 1 and so on and so forth.